Hello, welcome to our podcast about Critical Role.
We do not.
That's okay.
Sponsor.
We are now live. So there we go.
Hey.
Let's get this stuff.
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. If you're watching this and having dropped frames, don't worry, we're going to rebroadcast it again on Wednesday night, and I will be happy to chat with you then. In the meantime, we just disconnected. So
You guys got to hear the great Critical Role
Oh, okay, we're taking it from the top again.
All right, back to the top. Okay, we're just going to record it, and I will broadcast it from home later. Hey everybody, welcome to Dragon's Keep TV. My name is Ryan. I am the host and DM here at Dragon's Keep. We're playing in Orem, Dragon's Keep location at the basement, and we've got a room down here that we like to get together and play in. I love playing together in person and being able to do that. It's way better for me than trying to play online. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy the in-person interactions we get to have. And doing this online would be totally different. So glad we're able to do this. If you would like to play with us and you're in the area, or just like to drive really far even, then send me an email at dragonskeeptv@gmail.com, and we'll get you on the stream as well. And you can come play with us whether you have a lot of experience in D&D and just want to know what it's like to be on a stream and be broadcasting live and have a camera on your face while you're playing D&D. Or if you haven't played at all and you want to see what it's like, we have 4 really great teachers and me here to help you out. So
I thought you were talking about me.
He was talking about Mark. You've been left out for sure.
Okay, that's fair. That makes perfect sense.
But we've taken brand new people on and helped them out, and that's been a lot of fun too. Any level experience, we're happy to have you if you're willing to just have fun and tell a good story. So that's what we do. We are playing in our own made-up world of Acroa, and tonight we have some things to resolve. And so this is one of those nights where the DM is going to be asking a lot of questions about what's going to happen next so that I can plan for what's going to happen next. But in all of that questioning and asking and stuff, we will get a bunch of fun role-playing, and I'll even find some ways to throw in some fun encounters and stuff. You'll see. That's how it goes sometimes. Okay, let's introduce everybody though. From the top, we have recurring gnome extraordinaire. Returning gnome extraordinaire.
Yes. Hi, my name's Sully, and I'll be playing Cameron tonight. My name's Cameron, and I'll be playing Sully tonight. Sully is our little forest gnome rogue from earlier seasons, but here, and just so excited. So excited to be here. It's good to be back with better all-stars and players who are really nice and friendly and fun. The vibe here is great. You should totally come down sometime if you want to guest play. It's good. It's a good experience. I've guest played now, so I can actually mean that what I said.
You're not a real player anymore.
I'm not real anymore. I'm just kidding. No, it's good. I'm really excited to be level 11. I think that is a really good.
Whoa!
You guys not get the email? He said we're all level 11 now.
This happens every time. It's okay.
Well, I'm actually mad. I have to go down a level.
Somebody's been dealing levels under the table.
You just have to bribe the DM. Come on, you didn't know.
So other tips for DMs is check your characters every session.
When I was first learning to DM, there were a couple of times where I'd be like, I'll give you 50 experience points just to shut up. I'd be like, okay.
Unlimited power.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Cameron. Thanks. I'm glad to have Sully and Marty back with us.
Well, we don't have Marty with us.
That's true. Not for a little bit.
It's okay.
Hopefully he's not dead.
Ah, he's fine. He's a Mordor, remember?
Oh. Okay.
All right. Bryce, tell us who you are, who you're playing.
My name is Bryce.
Great.
All right.
Glad that's settled.
So I'm still guest playing for how many weeks? however many weeks
That's
it's been.
true. You've got the record for most consecutive guest slots at this point. We did have Erica, who played with us through the summer one time.
Yeah, she was a
she's
guest
fun.
player for a long time.
But I think you have the new record for most months as a guest.
You've been here quite a while.
Wow, does that mean I'm not a guest anymore? I'm a permanent spot?
Yeah,
Dude, we were
wow.
never guests. I don't know. We were hired on as players. Well, I guess we weren't hired, but we were hired on as players.
I did give. There was the one tryout. But
that's
it
true.
worked out good.
That's true.
Worked out good. I didn't have to
I
send
mean, we're still
anybody away.
here,
So that was
real
nice.
nice, yeah.
So I'm Bryce. I am playing Huggles Stormkin, the wood half elf bard.
I always forget you're a half elf.
Me too.
I always feel like a half or something. I always feel like we're super short. I don't know why.
I forget too until
Is
I
your
try to
other
put him to
half
sleep
halfling?
or something.
My other half is awesome.
Oh, so okay.
Which half is awesome?
Not the elf half, apparently.
Yeah, he is the most huggable killer you'll ever meet.
We need to get that on a shirt.
He's like, he can be the life of the party until it's time to kill things, and then he lets his inner killer out. And he's always up for a fight.
Yeah. Lately
Wow.
he is, that's for sure.
We might be needing to solve the Huggles problem.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could just give him a potion. He might change into something better.
Or worse.
Something awesome. More awesome.
I'm Sam. I play Captain Jack. He's an Eladrin elf. Swashbuckler Hexblade. Yeah, he's captain. Highest rank ever.
Highest rank.
Ever. Yeah, that's pretty much Jack. Yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
I'm Jason. I'm playing Zafrina, the tiefling divine soul sorceress. Yeah, we're going through some things that Zafrina's considering and very, possibly very dangerous thing. So we'll see. I'm jazzed to be here on the show.
You know what we should do? We should give Lady Savannah one of the potions.
It would do nothing.
We don't know that.
Pretty sure we know.
There are a
doesn't
couple.
know
There are a
that.
couple of big decisions that need to be made tonight, actually. So let's get into it. First, the first decision is where are you guys going?
So she was taking us somewhere.
Yes.
She said she had a place for us to go.
She was headed south. I think the plan was to head toward the Dark Forest. So in our last episode, Jack and Sully earthbound themselves to the ground.
It was a really sweet move,
I've been
actually.
thinking about that all week, actually. Yeah.
I went home and told my wife about it, and she was like, "Wow, that was pretty cool."
In a very creative.
That's
in a very
the only
creative
time
way.
it's going to happen with me, so I'll bask in the glory for a little bit.
Yeah, it was funny.
Got at least 3 more weeks.
My
of
wife's
it.
comment. My wife's comment was like, "Wow, that's so fun that he's learning to do that."
Thank you.
Okay. It was awesome, and I want to applaud you
Thank you.
enough for that. That was a great move.
Maybe an inspiration point.
Lady,
I'm not gonna do that. I'm humble enough not to ask.
I think we got Jack all reset, and you pulled that your psychic knife to his forehead, helped to pull out that
The
a little
It's gonna leave
liquid
a scar.
worm.
The other brilliant
Tadpole.
move you did last time, drinking the briny, awful water.
I don't know
Oh,
what you're
that's
talking
true.
about.
Actually, I think it does balance out.
See, I told you. That's why I had to bask in the glory for as long as it would last.
All right, it's gone. Sorry.
Although I will say this, without that, I wouldn't have been able to do that awesome move.
That's right.
So,
Exactly.
fate.
Yin and yang.
It was fate.
I'm torn.
So, Lady Sylvana is swooping back down to you as a battalion? How many is 50? Anyway, bigger than a squadron
Is that a lead?
of
Your world, you choose the word.
yeah of Warforged are bearing down on you.
It's a clutch.
A clutch.
Clutch of Warforged.
It's a murder. A murder.
It's a murder.
They're
When they're
crows.
possessed by an Elithid, by a mind flayer, then yes, they could be a murder.
Or a school.
They're a migraine of
A migraine.
Warforged.
Jack definitely has a migraine right now.
We got some squid to kill.
Lady Sylvana swoops back down to you with the basket, the balloon basket, and as you leap into it, you take off into the air again, heading to the south. So I've got the map up on Roll20, if you've got Roll20 up.
An echelon.
An echelon, that's a good one too.
Okay.
I do think, though, that from now on, creatures possessed by mind flayers are now a migraine of...
It makes perfect sense. I mean,
Yes, the echelon would be about right. You're right. Okay. So, Dragon's Keep's up here. Boop. In the corner. Refresh this so people can see it. Can you all see me drawing on stuff?
I can see the
too.
circle around
Okay, great.
around Dragon's Keep.
Perfect. And she is heading down to the south. I believe that I didn't have this in my notes, but I believe her intention was to head back down towards the dark forest.
I don't think you told us. I don't remember.
Yeah, she just said she was taking us
Get
somewhere.
out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dark forest.
She's
So
taking us
nice
back.
this time of
I
year.
just walked all the way up here. And
I know, you just walked all the way up here. But
Is that where you're from?
Yeah.
You don't
guys
sound like you want to go back.
could go over to Freehome, which is currently unoccupied as far as you are aware of.
Wait, our boat is back there, isn't it?
No.
Your boat's up here.
Our
By
boat, we
Harbinger.
took it up river to sell a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And
So there's the
then
boat right there.
Is Freeholm now unoccupied?
Unoccupied by the.
It's-
by the.
it's still free.
Yes,
Very
it's still
good.
free.
Nice. Very good. Wait, is the Dark Forest not?
We
We
don't know.
don't
You
know.
tell us. You came from there.
I mean, I would have thought not.
Okay.
I mean, they're already in Paul Watch, right?
Yes. And so let's highlight. Let's give people an idea of what's going on with this map here. Okay.
We know Hopestad is lost.
Hopestad is lost.
Can the
All
dragon
hope
carry the
Stad
boat?
is lost.
I don't think so.
We're going to do a big old.
large and like shrimp.
I would not be surprised if I would not be surprised if there is a large
Nice big wake.
Warforged presence in the city of Form now.
Surfing. Some wakeboarding.
There was when you guys left. There were some mind
Have the sail,
flayers
like tilt it so it catches the air and like lifts us up.
going through the process of turning the Warforged into battalions and fighters.
Subjugating them.
Yes.
It's a great picture, by the way.
Yeah, I like that
Oh,
a lot.
thanks.
We heard that Paul Watch, that the council of Paul Watch at least, was under the control of the Big Bad.
Right.
But we don't know about the entirety of the population, but we know that we know for sure that the council is.
Yeah.
Leagate, we have no information. In the Dark
Nope.
Forest, we have no information.
Those villages that we stopped by to sell stuff, were they fine? We didn't see any like
Coming up
evidence
the
of-
river?
Yeah.
No, he did not. It had not spread that far yet.
So the first evidence that we saw up there was them going up to Dragon's Keep.
Yeah. They were coming after her specifically.
That makes sense.
I don't know that possessing random villagers holds any strategic value for Manskorian.
No, but if it's easy, then why not just do it?
Because we don't know if he has limited power to possess them.
That's fair.
I don't.
I mean, even liches can only control so many undead at once. So I don't know if mind flayers can only control so many things at once.
I don't know.
What, do you have a
that
lich in your
idea
back pocket?
I might.
Can I go home now? They don't need me. I'll be the lich. How about that? Eric was the mind flayer. I'll be the lich. Jack
I
will
can
just
just
go
find that character sheet where we encountered him. I can remember his name.
I have it.
It is Agamond.
Agamond.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not
You have the
Agamond.
lich?
That's the
Agamond
father.
was the name.
Chagrok.
Yeah. You guys,
Agamond.
you guys ran into Agamond.
Yeah, you can get rid of his character sheet.
Is he dead?
Yeah, that's right.
He's been permanently banished to another realm.
Perfect. No one liked him. Is his son okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
Good.
Oh yeah, that's the one that Mark didn't like. Whenever
That's
we
the one
were-
we set up as our fall guy.
I was
My first
wondering why
game.
Mark didn't like him. So,
Oh no, he's just a really bad father.
so what? You have the lich in your pocket?
Not in my pocket, but there was a it's kind of fun. So you know Agamond, his son, right, was cursed by the lich, but so he told us to go take the son to Hope Stop so we could get cured. He didn't tell us that it's actually all a misunderstanding. He broke his contract with the lich. The lich was supposed to heal his son, but then he did some things that are against the fine print, and he took the boy away before the lich could help cure his son. And so actually the lich was just trying to help. So it seemed like a pretty nice lich. I'm sure the lich had some selfish motives, but he wasn't I just like turning everyone undead because everyone deserves to be undead because I'm undead and I'm better than everyone, so everyone should be undead. He didn't have that kind of mentality.
I feel like you.
That is word for word how it went down.
Good job, Sully.
So I mean, I don't think he wants the entire world to succumb to mind flayers, though. He might not be a bad resource.
Where is he at?
Was
He's
this
outside of Paul Watch.
was this a Frozen 2 retelling moment with
Olaf.
Yes.
with Olaf?
Yeah.
It was kind of more like an Ant-Man retelling.
It's like, well, that's interesting to know that there might be a lich we can make a deal with. He might have some interest in not becoming a puppet.
What if he's already dead?
Well, he's a lich, so yes, he's already dead.
Can
but
liches
redead.
become succumbs to...
I
Don't
would
know.
say,
I would say that you can
as
kill
much as
anything, as long as you hit it hard enough.
I am not an expert on
got a good
liches, but I believe that
I am a captain.
undead and Warforged share some common traits in that they are more constructed rather than born.
Maybe, but Warforged, at least these ones, they do have souls.
Right, and so does Lich.
Does a lich have a soul?
They just keep it in a jar.
They do have a soul.
So then, but
technically
It's not on their person usually.
yeah, but if it doesn't have a brain, which is what mind
They have a-
flayers
they have
need
a
to
conscience.
use.
They have they can think. They have a
I mean, they have sentience, but that's not
A consciousness.
Liches can think.
Yeah,
And they have a
liches.
sentience.
If it gets, we can ask your friend if we
I'm
decide we want
really
to.
curious about Lady Sylvana. Can we take a detour?
Let's go right into the path of the
I think
Warforged.
Freeholm is probably a good place to stop and plan and figure out what our next move is.
Freeholm?
Freeholm.
Not Paul Watch, where
That's
the
a
lich is?
That's a really big detour.
It's a pretty big detour. We could, if we want to get near Paul Watch, we can go to the Dark Forest.
Yeah,
I guess.
why don't we find a mount or somewhere that we can oversee Paul Watch, see how it looks, and then we can decide if we want to go find your lich friend. Was your lich friend just part of the city?
I mean,
or was he hiding
well,
in a cave like they usually do?
no, he's not part of the city. He doesn't live in a cave either. I mean, I've totally been to his house, and it's kind of a party place, and we're really tight.
I'm up for parties. Let's go.
I'm definitely going to
I think
insight
you're
the
actually at
tight.
Agamond's house.
Well, solely knows that.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, no, you don't have to roll inside. I'm totally. This is all coming out of my butt. Yeah. No.
It's pretty sweet art.
I
you
think
got.
if we do have a
TV
problem, if there's a problem at Paul Watch, we can't go down. We can totally go chill at the Dark Forest. I mean, I can hook us up with some nice digs and stuff there too.
What are digs?
So digs is when people take shovels and they make really big holes with them, and then we throw people into it, and we kind of
He's
like.
bullshitting you. It's just a place to stay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, people stay in the holes. I mean, it's called a dig though because we dig it. You know. There's usually like a lot of worms in there too, but there's like this
Can't keep a straight face.
I say we go to the Dark Forest and meet this.
Where are we
Shakira.
at? Are we still close to Dragon's Keep?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
still
so we haven't really
mostly
gotten
close
far.
to Dragon's Keep. You haven't gone very far yet.
Well, if we wanted to go to Freeholm, now would be the time.
How
I don't really have a
important is
preference
time?
either way.
What do,
Yes,
I don't know.
that's-
What do we need to do in Freeholm?
I think the question is, we need some place to figure that. What do we need to do at all? Because we have a helmet, we have no idea what to do with it.
We put it on.
We put it on a poor sap and kill them.
Potentially.
Like maybe a bad lich.
So that's one. That's.
That could go really well or terribly.
I have a feeling.
I don't think there's an
excited for you
in-between.
guys to put that on.
I have a feeling that would go extraordinarily bad.
Why
Is
why
the
didn't
helmet
we keep-
powerful?
What the helmet does is you place the helmet on someone, and that person becomes the new avatar of Manticorian.
Why didn't we keep the Mind Flayer
So if we
alive?
put that on the Lich,
Barely
their
alive.
powers might
Put the helmet on him.
combine.
On who?
Wow,
The Mind
what's
Flayer.
the only thing
Oh.
worse?
Oh yeah, capture a mind flayer. Put it on him.
And keep him barely alive. So almost kill him before we put it on.
Chain him up.
Yeah, we can
could
even
just-
chain him up.
We
and then
could
we
just
can put it on.
grab some cut purse out of the prison of Freeholm, who's a nobody, and stick it on
I
them
might
and
know
kill
them.
them.
I mean, alternatively, I have a pretty resilient mind.
You're also
You do
immortal.
realize
You
whoever
give
we
them
put
an
this
immortal-
on, whoever we put this on, we are going to
Sully
kill.
really likes this group.
If you could die, probably.
That's fair. That's fair. Things go wrong, it would be really bad for the rest of the world, huh?
So yes, that is the second decision that needs to be made. Is what are you going to do with the helm? You guys did have a mind flayer, but
So
Sully
we killed him.
So
Really, really impressively and all by itself.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There were other mind flayers chained up, right? He wasn't the only one. Was
He wasn't chained up.
no,
by
he was the
time.
only one there.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the only one that they've ever kept alive.
But I mean, if we want, there's tons of Mind Flayers.
I don't know that it
Five
needs to
is
be a
better.
mind flayer.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go find a mind flayer
Why does it need to be a mind flayer?
because I want to kill them.
Wait, but we don't want to kill them, right? Because we need
No,
to put the
Wait,
helmet on
I
them?
do-
why don't we find a goblin, something really weak,
Well,
and put it on that?
I mean, if we want weak things, Paul Watch is full of weak things.
I think we should go to Freeholm because we need a place we can do some experimentation, make sure that the helmet works the way we think it does.
It does just seem a little far out of the way, but I don't disagree. I do think that
If-
swap
if-
for a...
I just know Freeholm is safe. If you insist that the Dark Forest is safe, great, but
Well, I know it's
it
safe.
just seems a little close to Manzicorian's forces.
Yeah, but, I mean, Dark Forest is pretty, like... They've held out Paul Watch for eons when they were fighting, and there was peace established, but, I mean...
I'll ask Lady Sylvanas with message.
Okay.
Out of Freeholm and the Dark Forest, which place would she prefer to go? She's been in the mind of Manzicorian. She has a little bit more inside information. She knows how things are progressing.
She says that both appear to be safe havens for now. That
All right, then maybe Dark
He is
Forest is
not-
better because then if we,
It'd be quicker to act if
we
needed
yeah,
to.
be quicker to act.
Also, do we know anything about our friends in Paul Watch, if they're okay?
I'm not sure that we have any friends in Paul Watch anymore.
Tobias and Eights would be there, and Kelvin.
Eights is
Well, I don't know where Kelvin went. No, Eights is with you
yeah.
in the back. No,
No, he
No.
left with.
Eights was it?
Eights went with Kelvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever
So
we
Eights
got
and
out of
Kelvin
Freeholm, they
came by
went
and
towards
visited
the
you.
Dark Forest.
Oh,
Dark Forest.
that's right. I remember them.
Did they
And
stay in the
then,
Dark Forest?
I told them to stay in the Dark Forest.
All right, then if they're in the Dark Forest, maybe we just go to the Dark Forest.
Okay. Good
Sure.
job.
Look at that.
I don't suppose we have any
The
friends
two
from
smart
over
people
the,
agree, so let's go
over
with
the
the
guarded
Dark
wall who are also accessible, but that's probably they have their own stuff they're dealing with, I'm assuming.
If they are around, I mean, it's up to you and up to Mark, I guess, to see what Bro was doing. What was your character's name?
Levy.
Levy, that's right. Drove the Chevy to the Levy.
It's a great character.
That sounds awesome.
No, it's fine. Okay, I think Dark Forest is a great spot. It's really well defended. It's actually it's not really dark anymore. I really should rebrand and call it like the
previously Dark Forest.
yeah.
Formerly known as.
I pulled out that leaf again and I
The
started
forest,
on it.
the forest formerly known as Dark.
Jack's gonna jump out of the basket.
Oh no, we have to do this again. I jump out.
It takes 2 people. It only works with 2 people.
And Jack has to be holding on to them so they can see Jack I'm flying, and that is...
He doesn't have any more spell slots anyway, so
Okay.
All right, Dark
Okay.
Forest, we go.
Heading to the Dark Forest.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. We'll jump off the map then.
So one decision down out of how many today?
That's 1.
One. We just have to decide what to do with the helmet, I guess. That's,
But we need to do some investigation with it, and we'll need Lady Sylvanas' help
Oh, this is
to
fantastic.
determine what the best course of action is there. I feel like we just don't know everything that we need to know about that helmet.
I mean, do we just need to like cast spells on it to know what it does, or?
Not sure.
I mean, we can just. Do we know what it tastes like? Have we tried that? Oh my gosh. That's usually the first thing that we go to in the Dark Forest. You know, if it tastes like it's sour or bad, that usually means you should eat it.
No, I think I remember my mom talking about
Yeah,
that. She's from
exactly.
the Dark Forest.
Yeah, your mom's from the Dark Forest?
Yeah.
No way, is it Sharon?
No.
Okay,
No.
well, worth a shot.
Sharon Stormkin.
No, we actually know her name. We named our ship after her.
That's right. Dang it.
I have a feeling Jack's gonna get along well with these people.
Unfortunately, that name didn't make it into my main Bible.
It's Lady
Alinda.
Alendel,
Yeah.
A-L-E-N-D-E-L.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, that's going in my main
I
Bible.
had to write it down. It's Jack's ship's name. I only write down the things that are important, Jack. So.
Elendel?
Alendel, A-L-E-N-D-E-L.
A-L.
She married a human.
Right.
Oh, she was the elf?
Yeah.
What was your father's name?
Oh, Gareth.
Oh, that's right.
I thought you were just going to say Gary.
You know, that makes sense. Yeah, she probably was raised in the Dark Forest at a time where that wasn't allowed, so she probably got kicked out, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I didn't
Man.
grow up here.
Rough stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be a Dark Forest, but it's not
You
anymore.
keep saying that. What is it now? Is it not a forest?
No, now it's
Pink.
It's a forest. It's just it's not quite pink. It's more like like the color that approaches pink out of yellow.
No.
It's that color.
Mauve?
Does it even...
Wow. Yes, it's now the Mauve Forest.
Is this like Dune? Is it Muad'Dun? Okay. The Mauve Forest.
I just realized something. Out of Sully sailed I think one other time in his life, and that one of the officers of that ship was also a Hexblade Warlock.
That's right.
And I think it's really funny that the only officers he knows affiliated with ships are all Hexblade Warlocks.
So in Sully's mind, they all have to be? Is that-
Yeah.
Only
yeah,
officers,
he's
only
just
Hexblade
decided
Warlocks
this, yeah.
can be
It's-
Hexblade.
And now you know
And-
the career path if that's the career
Well,
path you want.
Sully is a Hexblade Warlock. He's one level Hexblade Warlock. So now he's like, I have to go into piracy.
See, you should have done something like that. You should have told Jack. Then we could have bonded, but you haven't told Jack yet.
He's a little embarrassed about his
You should never be
Warlock
embarrassed.
patron thing, the jobber he has going on, because he gets teased about it.
Never be
From Eddie.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
by
Eddie
who
does
you are.
have the nickname for you of the Tree
Tree Daddy?
Yeah.
It's a complicated relationship.
So your Hexblade patron is a tree?
No.
Or
No.
a sapling? So you're the
No.
daddy of the tree? How does this work?
Yeah, if you think about it, it doesn't make sense. I wish Eddie would think about it. Because if he realized it doesn't make sense.
In the Dark Forest,
Wild Forest.
He was like, let's get back.
in the form of a dark forest, there is a goddess called the Mother Tree.
Oh, I see.
And
No, don't think about it too hard. 'cause it's wrong.
and
Oh, I'm not thinking about
she
it.
was locked away. What was it? Where we go?
Corrupted.
Corrupted. Thank you. She was corrupted for a long time, and they had to uncorrupt her. And when they did that, she called on Sully to be her new avatar in this world. And so he got promoted.
The previous
to
one
Avatar.
was Sidra, correct?
Yeah.
Still not as high as Captain.
It's true.
No.
Avatar's just under Captain.
Is this okay? Wait, I need to. This is the hierarchy.
Okay, literally put
I
Captain on
pull up
top.
the leaf. Okay, Captain.
On top.
Captain.
On top.
Okay, yep.
On top. Everything else underneath.
Okay, everything else.
In a flat line.
It really doesn't matter what else you are. Captain
Yeah,
is just.
If this was an
better.
org chart, it'd be
So I
captain
have-
and then just a long line of everything
I
else.
have captain
There's no subcategories.
This is a-
I have
we call this a
Captain
flat
written at the top of the
organization.
leaf, and then down is one line, everything else. Like,
Yeah,
those
perfect.
two words written there.
Yeah, you got it.
That is the hierarchy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where does God fit in? Like, where does a God?
That's not fair because
it's-
God doesn't
it's-
have a title.
Oh, God isn't.
God is
even-
God.
Yeah,
It's
God-
outside of the organization.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, cool. That's awesome. That's good to know. So gods. So there's no promotion from captain to being a
No,
god.
Captain is Captain.
Okay.
Nothing
He's captain.
is higher. Than
But you don't need to be anything else if you're captain.
Exactly. Yeah.
In my notes, by the way, in my notes of Dawn of Worlds, when we played that to create all this world and stuff like that, it actually was Cameron. You're the one that corrupted the.
I don't know
the
what you're
Dark
talking
Forest.
about.
I've got it right here in the first stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On turn 10, you corrupted the dark. Apparently, it was the dark and seedy forest.
It was the dark and seedy forest. Now it's the Moab and seedy forest.
So that got shortened to just dark forest at some point.
Moavin seeded or Moavin
Moab and
seed?
CD.
Okay.
Like the music devices
compact
put
disc.
into the CD player.
What are those?
So it means it's just shiny and kind of
Rainbow
Reflective.
colored and reflective and
Yeah, it's a reflective forest.
yeah.
This forest sounds weird.
opalescent.
Wow, we should like actually learn how to play D&D.
I don't know that we're gonna get to that.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Okay,
It's because Mark's not here. We all know it's because
it's
Mark's
true.
not
Mark
here.
keeps us on task. All right. Okay, you find yourself in Sully's homeland, where you are at this tree village.
Yeah.
That they call home in the heart of the forest. Just outside this tree village, you see a large, giant tree. Think like Totoro style tree that covers the whole rest of the forest, or a big portion of it. And then this little village is there just underneath the branches of that tree and other trees that are growing underneath it. So
Are we close to that trunk
Yes.
of that tree?
I think so. I think you're
I
pretty
like it.
close.
So is the main city inside
Very good.
the
I
tree?
was
then?
gonna give you guys all the long talk about you have to be nice to the tree, but looks like you already got it under
Okay.
control.
So the majority of the city is inside the or inside on top of the tree, inside the tree.
Along the branches.
Throughout the branches.
Yeah.
Of all the trees.
It sounds like if you're familiar with the Dragonlance novels, it's like Solus.
Yeah, like Solus. There you go.
The Soul Stone.
Like
Solus
this
system.
like this one's the name of a town.
Dang it. Yes, it was spelled differently. That guy is spelled SOLIS, according to ChatGPT.
Great names.
Okay. We had an episode where we just talked to ChatGPT just to see what would happen.
Yeah, it's been referenced a few times.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It didn't go great.
Okay.
I don't know who you're talking about. I loved it.
It was fine. It was weird.
We
lot like
came up
tonight.
with great names like Solus, the Soul Stone, and the Leviathan.
Fitting. It's good.
Okay. And you're gathered around in council now to decide what to do. Kelvin and Eights are there.
Oh no.
Nice.
All right.
man.
Well, I asked
And let's get
Lady,
Lady
Nala.
Sylvana. Let's get Lady
Okay.
Sylvana.
I asked
Nala
Lady
is there.
Sylvana because she's the one who.
I assume that you bring Marty back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
we.
I was thinking.
Lady Sylvana was the one
I love
who
it.
told us about the helmet in the first
Right.
place. She
Colleague.
discovered its existence.
Right.
So I asked her about its functionality and how she came to gain the knowledge concerning it.
She learned about it from a research in her library that she was doing when I started studying immediately and going through my indexes as soon as I heard what had happened in Hopestad, and was able to find an obscure reference to this that I hoped it would prove useful. But this is what they mentioned in the in another world of that Manzicorian had taken over, that they were able to use this to banish him.
Does the subject wearing the helmet need to be willing, and is it recommended if the goal is to banish Manzicorian, is it recommended someone of strong will, weak will? What are the directions on the back of the helmet?
Wait, the helmet can be used to banish Manzicorian?
There's directions.
Once they
Pull it out.
once they found
These words.
once they found someone to
Hey, wait.
sacrifice
Look at it
themselves to the helmet,
I'll pull that out and put it.
they were
inside
able
the
to
helmet.
battle. They were able to battle him in physical form, and that allowed them to fight him off. And then after a great battle, finally were able to find a way to banish him to the plane of Gehenna, where he was locked away.
Does it talk about any of the weaknesses or strengths that Manzicorian has?
He was a mind flayer of great godlike power, still, even in his physical form.
How did he get out? If he's been banished?
They ripped
the
the whole
Soul
city of
Forge.
Thorn.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, I was kind of like, well, maybe there's this guy that opened a door.
Oh yeah,
Let him out.
remember? Puggles, how did he get out? Oh yeah, I set him free.
Oh, no, I forgot.
I think that was the end of your first guess.
Oh, that was
I think that was, right?
I missed one day. That was the day I missed.
Was it?
Yeah,
I think so,
yeah. You
yeah.
took.
Did
you
I
took-
do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Yeah, I showed up and suddenly everyone's mad at me. What's going on?
Right.
So the person who sacrifices themselves to the helmet, do they need to? Is it better for them to just be consumed by it, or try to resist it and hope that they can fight the helmet a little bit at this, or Manzicorian on that level, while he's also trying to be defeated physically?
The records say that it was a great champion of their world, someone very brave and selfless, who ultimately who sacrificed themselves with in the process.
So last time it was someone willing.
The champion was the one that put the helmet on.
That's right.
And then everyone had to fight the champion, banish him, because he was now the avatar and representative of Manzicorian.
But it sounds like it has to be a willing sacrifice.
At least last time it sounded. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta leave these alone.
I guess we could try putting it on unwilling.
We
and
could
if it
persuade
doesn't
someone
work-
to be willing.
That is exactly how persuasion works.
We could. I mean, like, if I were to dominate a person, and then we're like, put that hat on, and now they're willing.
I'm willing to give it a try.
No, you were not putting the helmet on.
I
Well,
do.
no, not to put the helmet on me, but like, to give that plan a try.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I was
not,
thinking.
I'm not ruling that out. I'm not opposed to this approach. I'm just gathering all the information. That's all.
I think, I mean, if it doesn't sound like even if it doesn't work on an unwilling subject, then we can just give it to somebody willing, right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't hurt anyway.
What if? Oh, I have an idea, and this might be wild, but it's a pretty fancy looking helmet, right?
Yes.
So I mean, we could just leave it out on the street, and someone will see it like, "Hey, I want to put that on." That's willing. But they
that-
put it on as some random dude. There you go.
But that
Do you know what else we could do? We could sell it in a shop.
brings us to our next.
We could
we
get
get
money
money.
for saving the world. I think.
See, I
That
knew I
brings
liked
us
this
to our
guy.
next point, though. Where do we pick our battle? Do we want to fight in the middle of a city where there's lots of other people that could be hurt or injured, or he could be surrounded by his own forces?
How will people know that we saved the world if no one's there to watch?
Oh, we'll have people there to watch.
I mean, we have a bard.
And
We can always just sing her praises when we're dead.
I wanted to
true,
say
that's
something
true.
about that. How come, like, all of you guys have a really nice aura?
Charismatic presence?
Yes. Each of you.
You're looking at me, right?
Yeah.
if you're talking,
yeah.
if you're talking about alignment, Safrina's not good.
No, just like you exude.
Confidence?
Yeah. And
I am a captain.
you care. Yeah, I guess that's it. I mean,
I don't know about
you
these
guys
other
are you a captain?
No.
He's the captain.
Oh, you're on the everything else line.
Yeah, I'm the bard. I'm the ship's bard.
Gotcha. But yeah, very charismatic still, and Frina as well.
Eddie
and all you
keeps
guys.
saying something about an admiral. I don't know what that means, but it's below captain.
Yeah.
He's on the everything else line.
He has to
All
take
right.
orders from the captain.
Admirals take orders from.
Yeah.
That's class. Admirals.
I love Sully so much. Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
We do need to, because there's two parts to Manzakorian once he puts the helmet on, right? His physical being, which is of considerable power, but there's also his forces and his armies. So wherever Manzakorian is going to, wherever we are going to pick to manifest him, I think it makes sense that his forces will converge on that spot.
Freeholm. Nobody's there right now.
And there's water everywhere.
Sure,
Apparently he's afraid of water.
that might present a good opportunity, but then we fight on the Isle of Freehold.
Yeah, we'll just dump water on
And the
him.
city itself could be in peril, unless we select one of the smaller islands near Freehold.
What if we have Lady Savannah bring us up in a basket? We put the helmet on the person and then we drop the person into water.
Yeah.
Into the ocean.
I like this plan.
Do we know if the helmet will elevate whoever we put the helmet on to the status of being an avatar-capable
No.
individual?
That is the information that we have.
That's correct.
Okay, so,
So
it
it
doesn't
makes
really
them
matter
really
who you
strong.
give it to, because it seems like then they just become whatever the avatar is.
In theory.
Okay. Well,
But you are now an avatar, if I am not misunderstanding.
it's complicated.
And you still retain all your previous abilities.
It's complicated.
And so it's reasonable to assume that an avatar of Manzakorian would possess whatever physical abilities of their
Yes,
host.
with the exception of my the wonderful
Your
tree
mantle.
mother is not exactly like she, well, not a dominating presence. It's much more free and liberal and like give life, let life live, and flowers and trees, and it's all great.
Sounds kind of weak.
Hey man, watch it.
You turned a whole forest moth.
But you're totally right. They could still retain their powers of whatnot. I do also think that if this is like a status elevation to become an avatar, probably whatever powers they had are going to be lesser than whatever they get.
or enhanced. We don't know.
True.
We know that they will
Yeah.
likely not stay the same.
Okay, well,
I'm playing background music while this is all happening.
what
On the
instruments?
bagpipes.
Yeah.
The back, not the, not
Bagpipes as a
accordion.
background instrument.
I think like after like 2.5 minutes, you start to hear like another instrument chime in from like down the block, and then like another one. They're all trying to accompany.
It's all garage band.
The next tree over. It's very hippie.
Okay, so that's not something that we can definitively say, right?
I
We have no
agree.
means of doing that, so we at some point we just have to do something.
Well, Eddie, and I turn to Eddie, you do have some ability to divine some things about items and whatnot, do you not?
I could ask Tamura.
And then Eight's here with us as well, right?
Yes.
And then Eights, you, if I remember correctly, have the ability to glean knowledge from arcane sources about an item, do you not? I think he has the identify
Yeah,
spell.
it's got to identify.
I was like, great, so perhaps maybe we employ these powers and see what else we might learn.
That sounds great to me, Captain.
I approve.
All right, we set Eddie and Ains to it.
Okay.
I love Sully so much. Jack loves Sully. He's like,
Wow,
you're my first mate.
this is such a bipolar opposite from last time.
All you have to do is praise his name, and Jack will
There was
love
more
you.
than Earth that was binding. There was bonding there.
Aw.
That was adorable.
All right. It would
You
be
were not
funnier
my
if I
first
said
mate.
it correctly the first time.
I don't deserve it. I guess I am the Hexblade though, so maybe I'm the only one who
And
can
I-
do it.
And I ask
That's
about how
probably
long this process will take, if they need the day.
So, Eights will cast Identify.
And I know game time, it's really only like 10
Yeah, it's a
minutes.
minute.
But
Yeah. And she will start studying the helm. It will work essentially like what Lady Sylvana described from the book, that whoever puts it on will become the physical embodiment of the god Manzicorian.
What if?
So more than just an avatar, but
Oh,
actually
to
be
become them.
yeah, but to actually be them in physical form.
so does that person, does Manzicorian replace the person, or is it like
It's like
a
A possession kind of a deal.
Yeah, they put on their Manzicorian suit, and they're still everything they were, and plus Manzicorian.
Correct. It would be everything they are plus.
What if we get a champion? Have them jump into a volcano while they're jumping into the volcano. They put the helmet on, and then they turn into Manzicorian.
I mean,
But then we might lose the helmet, and we may need it. Future generations might need this.
Are we
helmet.
trying-
No, Manzicorian will die.
is Manzicorian something we can kill, or I thought it has to be banished thing?
He,
We don't-
when he is killed,
He is
it's
banished.
banished. Is my understanding.
Oh, so all we have to do is kill it?
I thought they
I-
banished
It's a lot
him.
easier.
I,
banishing.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping to glean some of this information from these processes.
She says the text was unclear
Okay.
on that part, except for there was a great battle.
Because the fear is, if he's a god and he's controlling people right now, and then we kill the avatar thing of him, then he just goes back to being a god and still controlling people. But if we could somehow banish him, then all of that just ends, because he has no more influence on the world.
Correct. That is my assumption. I just don't know.
So killing could be different than banishing.
Correct. And we don't know what the banishment process looks like.
Well, we could put a helmet on someone who's like tied up and then make them tell us.
He would become a god at that point.
Well, yeah,
A
but
tied up god with rope.
really good rope. I'm really good at tying knots. Hey, no, we have a ship captain here. I'm sure he's even better.
I think this is a good plan.
Jack doesn't even have anything to say.
How good is Jag at tying knots?
Not that good.
What was it?
Yeah!
He's not that good.
Nice.
I mean, he grew up on the streets. He only wanted to be a captain. He became a captain like a week ago.
So, if Jack has the power to accomplish anything he sets his mind to, then I really feel like we should be listening to him a little bit more.
I would approve that. Some people,
I approve this message.
some people don't think so. Some people don't listen to Jack.
All right.
Jack
and
gets
does
sad.
Timora give us any more information?
Okay.
He has really good ideas.
just
sometimes.
looking
and
up
people just don't
the
listen to him.
spell that he
true.
usually casts.
Just because he likes to drink water sometimes.
It's all going down in my new song.
That's probably a good one.
Mhm.
I'm just making sure he's got that one, or if it's the one that just gives him way or
Well, I mean,
will or woe.
we can always
Wheel or woe
we can
stuff.
always rest, and he can always do it the next morning
I think we'll call
I
it
think
Jack
commune's
and the
also a
Lion
ritual.
Bandits.
Oh, don't do that.
because he can, as cleric, he can always just prepare what we need him to on the next day.
That's true. All right,
Why
Eddie.
don't, why don't we ask
talk to
the
me.
gods to help us? Because it sounds like Manzicorian wants to take over the position of the
So,
gods.
here's the really the crummy thing I learned about asking the gods for help is that they do give help. Sometimes it's just not like the strength of help you hope for. Like, hey, let's ask the gods for help. Okay, boom, and they give you an avatar in the form of a forest gnome who rides a little mountain
Are you
lion.
saying you're worthless?
No, he's saying the help we need, but not the help we want.
He
All right.
is the help we want.
Oh.
I was actually saying that I'm neither the help we need nor the help we want, but I'm the help we got.
So we need to put. No, we're not putting the helm on you.
No.
No. Not the one that is invulnerable. Do you still age?
Fun fact, don't know.
How long have you been this god?
I'm talking to Eddie while they're
approximately-
doing this.
A year.
Has it been a whole year?
Yeah, it's been a whole year.
What am I now, like 30?
I didn't know you were 29 to start with.
I'm not at all.
I'm pretty sure you were pretty young.
Yeah, I am. Now I'm 24 years old.
There you go.
And I feel like I haven't aged a day.
So Eddie can cast Commune, which means you can ask Timora up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no, and you will receive a correct answer for each question.
Okay, so I'll ask the questions.
You could also get an unclear as an answer if it pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge.
Well, real fast. I mean, if we have time to kind of prepare the 3 questions, let's just try and find the best 3 ones to
Yeah,
ask.
1 minute starting now. And he's like, I already cast it. Sorry.
Okay, death equals banishment. Bad.
Just kidding. Go ahead. You guys can plan for a second. Okay.
So we do need to find out how to banish.
And if it's a willing person.
Okay, does it have? I'm going to write down all the questions we have. We can figure out how to consolidate or choose.
I
the
would
ones we
say
want. So.
the way that first question should be worded about the willing person is it best to find a willing host?
Okay.
Has to be willing. Is it best? That's good. I like that. Is it best if willing?
Second question is can Manzakorian be banished using the methods commonly available to mortal spellcasters? In the Feywild, there are hags and other things that can just banish things just with a spell. I've seen other casters do it. I myself have not cultivated this power.
I mean, I've seen Eddie banish things.
Eddie can banish things. So if that's a yes, then Eddie potentially could be one whom we need to have do the actual banishment.
The other thing is, like, there's also legends of mortals who, like, do way.
That's why I say
more
commonly available to mortals.
I mean,
Mortal spellcasters.
I guess, like, I feel like the more adjectives we put in, the less direct of an answer we'll receive. But that might be the best way. That might be the best way to get that information. Or be banished by commonly available arcane.
Or commonly available spellcasters. I wouldn't limit ourselves to arcane, because we do have divine spellcasters.
Yes. Commonly available spellcraft.
And I think the third question should be, should we prepare to face Manzakorian along with his forces at the same time?
Okay.
Or is there a way we can...
Well, I think that if the answer to that question is yes, then we just prepare for fighting an army alongside Manzakorian.
So, are we trying to, like, decide if we have to deal with the army as well as Manzakorian?
Yes. And I think that if, depending upon the answers to these 3 questions, will give us a path forward.
So while they're doing this, Jack's actually going to pull out the book and start reading it.
Whoa. Oh, the one book you
The
thought was
book.
interesting?
What
But-
book was it?
It was something like mind tricks.
Protecting-
that's right, mind
I'm
tricks.
gonna... I'll assist you.
But
That's a great book.
he has like the helmet in front of him and he's like hiding the book.
He's like
Doesn't want people to know he's trying to read.
He's like got his back to the group. He's facing the wall, looking
He
at
does
this book.
not want people to know he's
Wow.
trying to read.
Covering up the small little, like, book about magic tricks with the god establishing helmet. Like, yeah, this isn't important. I'd rather you look at this.
I mean, you guys did say there is instruction instruction manuals on the back of the helmet. So he's like, yeah, I'm just reading those.
So did we establish that Jack can read? Is that
He can read, like, I would probably say, like, 5th grade reading.
Okay.
So, like, big words are hard for him to read.
Goosebumps.
what you are getting out of this is that there are meditations and things you can do to fortify your mind and make your will stronger. And there's some like diagrams of people sitting cross-legged and stars and stuff like that. And
Jack is
and
definitely going to sit
stuff.
cross-legged, and then he's going to, like, look up and be like, are there stars?
So
He'll be, like, trying to do the diagrams while they're doing this.
okay.
Anyway, sorry, guys. Go back. I'm like, Jack's not participating in this.
This is
so-
character growth. You're
Yep.
trying something new.
Make an intelligence.
Your intelligence
Check
actually
for
isn't
me.
bad from what I remember.
-1.
Oh, it is, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
never
bad.
mind.
This is why
Intelligence what?
just an intelligence check. Make a. I don't think any of these skills really.
You want me to do a
gonna
saving
help you
throw?
out. No, just a regular.
Just a check.
And
15.
hey.
Not bad.
Okay. Let me make sure that's the right one. Let me look up mind flayers real quick. Hang on.
Oh, no. I'm going to die again.
It's a book that accidentally opens your mind to mind flayers.
Manzicorian jumps into my mind without the helmet.
See, I think that the drinking the pool water was reckless, but I think this is actually like this is
I don't know what you're talking
if
about.
something
I
bad
didn't drink
happens
anything.
here, then oh, that's right.
Huggles is the only one that knows.
How did it get
Nobody's asked. Huggles is the only one knows that I
Everyone's just
I
like,
have a tadpole.
everyone's just like, whoa, that was weird.
Frida doesn't even know there was a tadpole in there.
That's true.
Yeah. I assume you guys talked about that part, but maybe not. Okay.
Follow Jack's lead. I'm the new one in the group. I don't know the vibes if it wasn't brought up.
We get back in the basket and like nothing is said, and it's like, okay.
You just eating our rations.
Looking at Jack, waiting for him to jump out again.
Josh, she's like, I'm okay. He's like
What happened?
dancing to.
I punched him in the
music
face
his
really
head.
hard. Weird worm came out. He seems fine.
There's like blood and like purple like slime coming out of his nose. Yeah, we're cool. He punched me in the face, and I'm okay.
Okay. So you just keep on reading that book,
Mhm.
and you let me know how long you're going to keep studying it for. And
Okay, I'll let you know whenever he gets back into the conversation.
okay.
All right, we'll ask our questions, I guess.
All right. Eddie sits down. He pulls out his scale
All of his
that he
stuff.
carries, and he fixes the chains on it so that it's upright. And then he puts a couple things on one side, and puts a couple things on the other side,
Does he put his marble on one of the sides?
and it starts rocking back and forth and back and forth.
thing. No.
Oh, are you talking about the grav orb?
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
what I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He gave it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, go ahead.
And then just as it hits a balance, bing, his eyes start to glow.
I counterspell. No.
It's just a natural reaction.
Knee-jerk reaction.
And you hear an echoey voice ringing out through the treetops. Ask your questions.
And we asked them.
Because she sings a lot.
Is Eddie the one that's like vocalizing it,
Yes.
so it's coming out of his mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ask our questions.
I don't remember what they are.
Is it
I was
best
looking
if
stuff up.
the avatars are willing?
Yeah. Is it best to use
Sacrifices will.
a willing host for
That's what he is.
The-
He's a sacrifice.
to don Manticore, the helmet of Manticore, whatever this helmet is called? We never really got the name of what it is.
It's the
No, we did. It's the helm of Hadar.
Oh, okay.
Hadar.
Yeah.
So,
Hadar.
yeah, I ask if it's
Yeah.
best to use a willing
I remember that.
host for the helm of Hadar.
Could have come up with
I wrote it down in my notes, so I would have gotten it.
Wow, nice.
Like I said, important things to check. I wrote it down. It's also in his bag of holding, so he's like, I should probably write this down.
So you know how to get it.
Yes, use a willing host.
Okay.
use willing mouse. That's good. Okay. Willing. Check. All right, next. Can Mizikorian be banished by commonly available spellcraft?
Not permanently.
I feel like that's inferring there is a way to do it permanently without just normal spells.
Like with a helmet.
Like that's in character.
That was not Brett. That was definitely not.
The third question, I forgot exactly how you wanted to word it, but the gist of it is like, is dealing with
Should
the
we
Helm of
prepare-
Hadar, is that two birds with one stone kind of a vibe? Can we just like...
Should we prepare to deal with Manzikorian's forces once we have someone don the Helm of Hadar? Like, is he going to teleport them all to his side or anything like that? Or do we have to fight the army and him all at once? It's kind of what the
Or can we just like
nature of the question is.
put the helmet on the squirrel outside and just call it good once we finish that fight?
It's a willing squirrel. It's willing.
I talk to squirrels. So
Squeaky, squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Your rod of animal friendship.
Animal command. Thank you. Yes.
I don't want to just say unclear, but it's not really a yes or no question. I mean, you guys have talked about a couple different plans, so...
It can be a short phrase.
Yeah, so
response.
she replies that his power remains the same will remain the same in his physical form. So, if he hasn't teleported people around yet, then...
Okay.
So that's good because he can't teleport himself instantly, at least not very often. Because if he could, he would have done it several times already.
Wait, is he already here?
He's in the world
In
at least.
Hopestad.
He's in Hopestad.
He is?
Mhm.
Why don't we just go blow up Hope? So wait, if we put the helmet on someone, he gets summoned to that person?
Yeah, instead of us all going to the place of his power, his lair. as it
Wow.
were.
That's so funny. Can you imagine just getting yoinked out of your fortress and...
And dropped in the middle of the ocean.
This is so
Brilliant.
fun. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So you see Eddie mouthing a couple things that you can't hear, and then his eyes stop glowing and he's laughing to himself. Oh, sorry. That's a little inside joke we have. Don't worry about it.
Oh man, I wish I
Did you
could
get the
read
answers you
minds.
Do we know what to do?
We've got a better idea.
How many times can you do that a day, Eddie?
Not very many. It gets harder and harder. The connections, I mean, we're not supposed to be talking to gods all the time. It's
Oh,
really stressful.
okay.
Why do you talk to gods all the time, Sully?
I mean, no, because we're not supposed to. Is it okay to...
All right, Tommy Daddy, you.
The bagpipes simmer down.
So, okay, we've come to a decision. Yeah.
I think we pick our own battleground. I think we prepare to fight Manzikorian on our own terms. I turn to Lady Sylvana and I say, "My lady, would you be willing to investigate further under the banishment method? As you're the only one who's done any research on this up to this point, and we would have to redo any research you may have had to at this point."
I would be happy to. Unfortunately, I have, as a precaution, sent my library away for the time being.
Do you perhaps have contacts or resources?
There are some I could try and contact. other like me who watch and record.
If you could do that, that would be of great help. Perhaps you could commune with the goddess that you serve and see if she has any further insight?
Yeah, I'm just not supposed to talk to her too often, you know?
Well, if you've not talked to her very much recently, then perhaps that's not a big deal.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I can totally do cool stuff like commune too.
Do you have commune? No.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's an avatar. I figure he can talk to her whenever he wants.
Yeah, I can. Thank you.
Boldly brave, solely communes.
Oh man,
Now you're
well,
part of the
if
song.
I
Now
just
you have
pay
to try.
you, can you follow me around wherever I go?
What do you want to know? What do you want to do?
Just basically, if the banishment spell, once it gets down to like, we just don't know. Like, once the guy drops to 0 hit points, is that all we need to do? I mean, it sounds like there's another step, and we don't know what that step is. So we're trying to figure out.
If it's not a 4th level abjuration spell, what is it?
Right.
That's what we want to know.
And how do we
level
facilitate? And how do we facilitate? that
XP.
thing? So these we're just
kill
we're
some
just
boars.
utilizing the options,
Let's just
the
PvP
information
each
out
other
there.
until-
Trying to figure out, is there another item we need to go get? Is
So
there
this
is
another?
good point.
Is there a certain place we need to
Okay,
be? Is there a certain fight needs to happen?
You see a
right?
gleam in Jack's eye.
Probably something she
Okay,
pulling out my staff.
Sorry.
All right. Okay, so just wanted to know how the banishment part of this would work,
Mhm.
how to get him back out of here and into Gehenna permanently, or lock him away again like he was.
Or better than he was, because obviously it wasn't good enough. Just
Well, it would have
saying.
been fine if somebody wouldn't have ripped a hole in his prison.
Well, yeah, but like, imagine if there wasn't the chance to do that. So.
Technically, he just opened the door. It was the Warforged that ripped a hole in it.
So yeah, it's just like,
Yeah, let's go
not
with that.
make any of that possible.
Oh, that was Sam speaking. Jack definitely did not say that.
Oh, okay.
Jack doesn't understand that magic at all.
I mean, I appreciate that it was a good prison, but if there's still a door, what if we just lock him away in a prison that doesn't have a door?
Sure, but we just need information.
Yes,
On
we do.
Whose mind would work? Somebody that's not very intelligent.
I'm just gonna say it again.
Put him in a.
Because, there's less space in there if he's not intelligent. Or there's more space in there, sorry.
But I'm just going to say it again. Acorn Breath back here is not a very smart. I think he's a great candidate.
Okay, put the helmet on right now. Let's check.
All right.
No.
Can we put the helmet on the squirrel?
We're doing this. He was asking the question.
We put the helmet in Lady Sylvana's care. If she doesn't think it's a good idea, we don't do it.
Okay, I can.
What's wrong? You don't trust us, Jack?
I can slip it out of Lady
Puggles
Sylvana.
and-
Never.
Yeah.
So
Never. Feel like it's a little 3-on-1 here.
Eddie is not here, so get it.
Eddie would like this.
Usually it's pretty
Come on,
even
this is
and balanced, but since you're here,
Oh, I'm the upset.
This definitely tipped the scales here. as Jack puts the helmet over the squirrel, though, since it doesn't actually fit onto the squirrel just peeks out of it.
Cast enlarge on the squirrel. Oh my god.
But
I could
unfortunately,
hold
nothing
that
happens
to
with the
its throat.
squirrel.
oh my gosh. That's DM talk for shut up. We're doing something actually over here that's D&D
I
related.
stretch.
So the squirrel doesn't work. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I stretch
It's
and
got to
I
be
say,
a person.
I stretch.
Well, what if it has like the same head size as a person, like a bat?
It's got to be a person.
What about a mind?
And I just turn to Eddie and I say, "Come on, Eddie, let's go for a walk."
Wait, weren't you waiting for your answer?
Well, she'll tell me in a moment. I figure she's going to have to ask more than one person, and
Do you need
Wait,
some
Lady
accompaniment?
You were.
Oh, she's
I thought
gonna
we
have
were
to-
asking through
She's gonna have to leave
Sully's.
and come back.
Sure.
Kind of thing.
And we have no idea how long that's going to take.
I thought we were asking through Sully's avatars.
Oh yes, I
Stuff.
can just talk really directly to God, so I can just go talk to
Great. Why
the
don't-
tree mother and
why
So you
don't
go
you-
over and you head over to the mother tree. Eddie swapped it around for Tree Daddy.
Eddie, come on, man.
Right.
What do you want to ask the mother tree?
Hey, you. Things are good down here in the Mauve Glade. I like that more. And is there so bad things are happening again. Just kidding. Things are not good down here. But we don't really know how to banish the unbeatable foe. That rhymed. Huggles will be proud. How do you know?
How was that a rhyme?
Banish?
So how does she usually talk? So like the wind blows through the leaves.
Yes, and I just receive all the information. That I have.
Literally, it's like god level item magic.
While you're doing this,
Yes.
you look just over your shoulder and you see you playing pipes of haunting.
I don't even know what this is. What is going on?
He's trying some weird stuff, man. I'm like summoning psychic blades. I'm like looking at it like, Tree Mother, that's you. Stop it. I don't like it.
I feel like in the last year of you talking to the mother tree,
Yeah.
it's basically been that kind of stuff where like you hear some leaves blowing or like some squirrel or chipmunk chittering up in the branches somewhere, and you think, oh yeah, I should go do that, and then you just go do it. And so far, it's worked out okay for you.
Perfect. Very good. Okay, so I see myself playing some pipes of haunting.
I guess
That's
What
my
is-
answer.
what is-
right there? I don't know what it means yet, but I'll decipher it. I'll get to the bottom of it. I'll get
Screws us over at every turn.
I got it. I'm gonna stand up. I nod and I bow to myself and I turn and I walk away back to Huggles because I think he has pipes that look just like those.
And you don't see Huggles at all.
Hey, Captain, have you seen Huggles around? I need to ask him a question.
No.
And you see two of him, one of them playing pipes.
Nope. I'm busy.
Huggles! That's all I'm doing. I'm walking around trying to find Huggles.
Okay. Lady Savannah offers that if we want to try and return to the keep, I could unlock the library and we could finish researching there what to do.
It's a lot of back and forth.
It apparently is. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with answers.
Yeah.
So, yes. But that's probably the best bet. I mean,
Let's wait.
I don't like the idea. Like,
Let's wait here a couple of days. We can do some more communes. We can speak more with the mother tree, and perhaps if we have no other choice, then we can go back to the library.
I mean, we could go see if the Lich is still alive. See if we can get him as an ally.
Chagrak.
Sure.
Chagrak.
And then we can see if our Forge
that
friends
clear?
are still
Yeah.
free of mind. Like the Forge, or the Council of Warforged or whatever.
mhm.
Because we were gonna go see how
Paul Watch was
Paul
looking.
Watch was looking. That's one reason why we came here.
Eights, have you heard from Tobias at all?
No. We haven't been to. I haven't been to Pawatch. Kelvin spoke with him,
Kelvin?
and so Kelvin heard from him. He received a letter or a message.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what Tobias can do, but I don't think he can send message. Anyway,
No. Well, if he's level 9, then he might be able to.
yeah. Tobias sent a message to Kelvin regarding what was happening down here, and he came down to investigate.
Okay. Lady Savannah, there's also Lene. We could reach out. I don't know where she's at, but she usually is really good knowledge or a lot of books. Maybe she can do some studying for us, too, if we don't have access to your books.
We certainly could try. She, I had sent her back down to Hopestad. And so, but we might be able to find something in the caverns where she was doing her
Man,
research.
if only more people could have been able to read the books in your library, then someone might have already read the knowledge and like.
Sully, I stand by what.
Fine. It's not like I'm trusted by a goddess or anything.
I appreciate though the growth that you've had over the last year, and your role as the
acorn.
and Eddie says-
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Go
and I
ahead.
appreciate the growth that your new role as the and Eddie says, "Tree Daddy,"
Eddie, it keeps getting worse and worse. Stop.
I say there
has
is.
given you, and I think that the time may be close where you could glean some knowledge from my library without destroying the entire realm.
I am awed and flattered that you know that I have that much power.
And I say, we have one other point that we need to discuss before we separate for the day.
I think, just for the record though, I think we have two good options here. Three good options though. Okay, three good options that I could do something with story-wise.
Right.
If you guys want to go to Paul Watch and talk to the council there, we could get an answer from them. If you want to sneak into Hopestad and find Lene, who Eddie and Sully know, she was also involved in, and the reason I mention that is that both of these people were involved somehow in the originally releasing Manzacorian, and so you might find
That seems valuable.
some things that could help to seal him back up again. Or you could go back to the Dragon's Keep and take your chances with whoever might be at the keep now and try and get back into the library. So of those three, you guys think about which one you want to go with, and we can go from there.
Okay.
Let's go to a populated area.
Well, Paul Watch is right next to us. Hopestad is the one further southwest of us, right?
Yes.
Linnea is a pretty powerful wizard, though. She wouldn't be a bad ally in the fight to come, and just knowledge-wise.
I
we
think-
know we can trust her rather than a council of warlords.
Unless she's already taken over.
Well, but I mean, we can also cure her of that, right?
Right, Eddie? Oh, yeah.
It's hasn't worked yet, but we could sure try.
We broke Lady Sylvanas.
That's true. You did break Lady
With,
Sylvana.
I would need.
special
I
spell.
would.
Yeah, it's worked every time so far, so yeah.
I would need to. I
We're
haven't.
pros at this point.
I did use
1 out of 1. Let's
some magic that I'm not entirely familiar with, but I think with time I could cultivate that power.
Okay, nice. Well,
Basically, I would need another level.
well, then I think the further away we go, the more time you'll have, right?
and then I say, also, there's one other point. And I pull a potion out of my bag, and I set it on the ground. I think.
So this is like a vial, and it's looks like blood liquid inside of it.
Oh.
And it's actually, is it just the one that you guys kept, or do you have the whole
I
pouch
have
of them?
one.
Oh,
He
you
had
have
one.
one.
I
You've
have
got
the
like
rest.
a.
I don't remember how many. There was like 3 or 4.
There were 8 total. He used 3 of them, so there's 5
there's
left.
5
So there's
Yeah.
4 in your bag.
4 in my
Yeah.
little
But his.
pouch thing.
It's. Okay.
Okay. Just in case everybody's gonna try this.
I'm not-
That we have done. I reach into my bag and I pull out a small little pouch and I set it down and open it up and there's fish flakes inside of it. And I leave that there.
And I completely ignore it.
Following along with that, I'm going to pull out playing cards. And I'm going to put those down.
I'm going to pull out my potion, and I'm going to set it down as well.
I looked
This
at her
mimics the
potion.
type of potion.
It's the potion that takes on the attributes of whatever potion.
Yeah.
drip
Dude, we
into.
could do it with this potion.
duplicated potion? What?
Do it with this potion.
Absolutely
then we get
do it with
another
that
one.
potion.
But
Then you can.
But why do we need another one?
I don't know.
Why not get?
Because you actually have 5 of them. so-
Yeah.
What does Eddie pull out?
A rabbit's
A bowl of Lucky
Yeah,
Charms.
and he pulls out a rabbit's foot.
Okay. All right.
Why did
And
we do
Kelvin,
this?
and Kelvin says, well, this is great. Yeah, we're definitely doing it now.
And I say, This
I've stopped reading the book by now.
this potion is, for lack of a better term, an evolutionary jumpstart. It takes
this
whatever
potion.
is inside of you and acts as a catalyst to thrust you into the next stage of whatever you might be.
Do we know if it works on anything other than kind?
We don't.
So it works for kind, and we are hoping it works for other things too?
We are theorizing it works for other things as well.
Okay.
Right now, based off of the initial analysis that I have been able to do, and according to notes I've taken, in its current form, its nature is draconic. However,
So you're saying if I take it, I'll be a dragon?
no.
I've had one of those. No, I haven't had one of those.
I'm saying
before.
that currently it's set to act as a catalyst for members of draconic species or heritages, descendants of dragons.
I'm totally understanding what you're saying.
People who have dragon relatives. If they were to drink this, it would cause some kind of change. As far as I understand, a permanent one. Now, it's also my understanding that this nature can be changed if we were to add things to it. For example, if I was to add blood and hellfire, theoretically, it could jumpstart me.
And then we put the helm on you.
No.
Wait, no, we want a bad person to put it on, right? Like someone who can't do anything? A common person.
Well, it sounds like putting the helmet on wouldn't change that. They become Manticorian.
So they'll be the same power.
Yeah.
No matter who it gets put on?
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So we should amp up our enemy to be as strong as we can get them to be, and then we put it on them because it takes all that power away.
I don't think that's how it works. Anyway, what I am considering is drinking this potion. When I do so, it will jumpstart not only my fiendish heritage, but I am also a descendant of Asmodeus, who is a member of the Pantheon. So also divine heritage. And I do not know what I will become.
You don't even know if there's a way out of there, or a way back from that. Says Laserwater.
But I can give you bardic
Since
inspiration.
I'm doing like 5 characters right now.
I say,
I know, I was about to ask, like, was that 80? Was that...
the reason I am considering this is because we have to fight God. And none of us have that power level except for you.
So why don't we give him the potion?
Ooh, make him
I
a
don't
tree.
necessarily have.
Yeah, is the tree going to help fight?
I don't evolve into a tree. I evolve into like.
Tree mother.
Right now,
No, tree mother. No, it's not.
he is not
You
descended.
will no longer be tree daddy.
He's not descended from gods. He's descended from other gnomes.
It gets kind of complicated, actually.
So he'll become a gnome.
So wait, who is your mother?
So he'll become.
Oh, you mentioned Sully's mother.
Yeah, there is a the forehead again, like kind of pulls red for a little bit before recessing, but.
Why don't I take it? I don't know what I am.
You don't know what you are?
No.
We can all take it.
That's
You
true,
guys.
we have
How many
five
do we
of them.
have?
We got a total of 5, and I can duplicate one. We got 6.
Dude, we should all take one.
However,
Let's have a powwow.
hold on.
He's like, guys, shut up.
If we take this and we become violent and agitated, then we just have a room full of violent and agitated people.
Did you say violin?
Violent.
Right. So okay,
I
this
don't
is
know
the
that.
craziest thing. But when I asked the mother tree
no.
what I should do, I saw myself holding an instrument. I really feel like this is a sign. I think we should all take one. I think that's what the mother tree wants us to do.
I am
Savina, what are you thinking? Let's let you get through this thought process before we interrupt again. Yes?
I'm
I
thinking
can't believe Jack's the reason here.
I'm thinking that one of us, and I am offering to do so because I've put in the time and the research, should take a potion, and if I turn bad, then you all can deal with me now, rather than having to deal with me at the time of Manzicorian as well. Because you wouldn't want to fight me and Manzicorian at the same time. You could probably deal with me in whatever state I am currently, but if I have to fight with Manzicorian at the same time, it would get messy. But if I am in total control of my faculties and everything's fine, then I can be of much greater aid in the fight against Manzicorian.
Let's do it.
What if we do it whenever we summon Manzicorian?
That's
And
what
then-
that's what I'm saying. If we do it at the time we summon Manzicorian and I become hostile towards the rest of you, then you have to fight me and Manzicorian at the same time.
Or we point you in the direction of Manzicorian, and then you guys fight.
If we fight at all, perhaps we join sides.
But why would you do that?
Because it's a bit unpredictable.
To that point, if you do evolve and become Safrina 2.0, what happens? So we know that Manzicorian can infect minds. And what if one of us is stronger than everyone else, and then that person ends up getting infected when we fight? I feel like if we elevate only one or two of us, that can be a danger still to the rest of us, even if it is
I'm not suggesting we should only elevate one or two of us. I'm suggesting that I'm offering
the guinea pig.
to be the guinea pig.
That seems reasonable to me.
So you are going to drink this random potion without knowing what it's going to do.
I've done some investigating into it. I have a pretty good idea of what it's going to do, but I don't know any more about it than we know what's going to happen when we put the helmet on someone.
I say go for it. It sounds interesting.
And if something does go wrong, we have Kelvin here. Kelvin's the strongest person I know, and he can
We've
just...
got Kelvin, we've
yeah.
got yourself, we've got
And
I'm just
Sully-
immortal, but...
And Sully number 2 says, by the way,
Kelvin.
Jack has a book that might be
Kelvin.
helpful too.
Lady Savannah.
But like Kelvin.
Lady
But
Savannah.
Kelvin... You haven't seen Kelvin.
She's literally my patron.
Oh, patron. You have a patron?
Lady Savannah.
Yes.
Lady Savannah's your patron.
Why do you think she lets me into the library? She likes me.
I get sad.
I say go for it. Sounds interesting.
Would be interested to know, and I turn to Eddie, if Timora would be interested or be willing to bless the potion, because we do know that some of the power of Bakaba lingers on the potion, and that has bad long-term effects. I'd like to put ourselves in the best, in the most winning position as possible. And then I turn to Lady Sylvana, and I know that I've asked you to look into the potion at one point. I don't know if you had time to research any more than I have already, but just to get a second opinion on what I've learned already would be most appreciated.
It's quite possible that the transformation will be permanent, whatever happens.
And I'm fine with that, I think, depending upon the other factors that such as Lady Sylvana and so forth, and assuming that I'm not a giant asshole when I turn
Right.
and attack everyone.
So if that does happen, then I guess, and it's not reversible, then that means we have to kill you.
No, if it's not reversible and I attack everybody, then you have to kill me. But if it's not reversible and I can be of value and fight Manzicorian,
Yes.
I think before we do any of this, I need to rest. I am quite tired.
that's fine. I think in the...
Did we rest in the basket?
No,
I mean,
the
it
flight
should
was a
be a-
demo.
Oh, okay.
It should be a pretty long flight, actually.
What are you getting to?
I need a long rest, so either we
I
take a
think-
long
Has it
rest
been-
before this.
Yeah, you can
I
have
think
a long rest.
I think a
yeah.
long rest is fine because
Then I will be fine.
No,
we can
we
have,
get a long
we
rest.
can
We're
have,
long rested,
we can
right?
have Eddie do
Yeah.
whatever he needs to do in the morning to bless the potion.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I am good now, if we want to do
Yeah, I
it
think-
now. If we got a long rest on.
So I say we long rest and then we drink it tomorrow morning. Like so
Okay.
we just we long
Okay.
rest. Are we ready to hopefully?
Like a protein shake.
While we're doing the long rest, I would actually like to go, like, kind of look towards Paul Watch and see if I can see it from the tree. I don't know how close we are.
It's kind of far, so you could see like just smog in the
Like an
distance
outline of it.
of
Okay.
fires, not fires, but like smokestacks and other industry. It's very industrial type
Okay.
place,
Okay.
so it's probably kind of smoggy. the people here in the forest don't really appreciate how smoggy it is. I don't know that they've really gotten past that. Have they, Sully?
No.
Which is silly because in one of my books it said that trees like that stuff.
Trees like what?
Trees like the smog stuff.
What?
Yeah, they love it. They eat it.
What books are you
Trees eat
reading?
it. Well, they're amazing. Actually, they are.
Like one of these romance novels is like an environmentalist manifesto.
or one of the main characters is environmentalist,
Yeah.
but everything is
Yeah.
crap because the author didn't know anything about the environment.
Hippie love.
Oh my gosh.
That one's entitled Tree Huggers.
Tree lovers.
But yeah, in talking with Lady Sylvana, I put the potion back, and in talking with Lady Sylvana
Okay.
before
She thinks that it will very well be permanent, whatever happens, and like you say, there's a good chance that that without some divine intervention, that your demonic tendencies will be amplified.
which, if it's going off of just mechanically, if it's going off of Asmodeus, that would mean I'd basically go to like lawful evil, which I'm fine with. Lawful evil is not that hard to play.
Well, for one person in the party, but it's scary for everyone else.
Let's do it.
I mean, Sully's not scared. He's invincible. But, I mean, Captain Jack.
No, I'm all down. I'm all for it. Let's do it.
We start chanting chug. Chug. Chug.
Next
You're
morning,
literally talking to Jack and Huggles, who literally dare themselves on a daily
Next
basis
morning comes
to
around.
lick and drink things that they shouldn't.
ask
Correction.
Timora if she'll bless it. I don't know
I get
whatever
him to lick
method
and
he
drink
wants to
things.
use to do that. I don't
You
know
give
if
me
that's
gold,
communal.
so I don't
know if that's just
I'm
bless.
afraid you
I don't know if that's divine
Yeah.
intervention.
Commune's just asking questions, so we're gonna go with
5 gold.
let's see what other spells. He's got to pick a new
This
spell.
gold
I
piece
think.
right here.
Oh, I mean, he might be able to do commune to find out if she'd be willing, and then ask, okay, what do you
Dare
want
you
to
to put
do?
this hat on?
Right.
and
But
walk
he doesn't
around
need
like
the rest of the party to do that. He
no,
can just do
all
that.
day.
Oh, wow.
No, that
We're
is
gonna,
I hate
he's
that.
gonna need to prepare some.
Wait, does
He's
Sabrina
got a
have
bunch
a
of
hat?
good spells he can prepare.
Does Safrina have it? Oh, well,
Does Sabrina do what?
does she have a hat?
She had a
Oh, she
hat
has a piratey.
because she took the
hat.
pirate hat off of.
He would probably cast Hallow.
Oh, okay,
Do it.
cool.
Touch a point and infuse an area around it with holy or unholy power. The area can have a radius up to 60 feet and blah blah blah. First. Oh no, this wouldn't work very well.
And I would.
Celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead can't enter the area. Never mind.
Oh yeah, that
So
would
it's not
about
gonna- it's not gonna work at all.
I know clerics have like a first level, I think.
Ceremony?
Or, yeah, ceremony.
Yeah.
Would that work?
Ceremony's good.
You could cast it, upcast it if you need to.
You can also just, like, read a resto it. I don't know.
Ceremony allows him to atone somebody, bless water.
That might work in this case. Bless the potion with ceremony.
I mean, blood
He
is
could make
70% water.
Sully act more maturely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's see what that means.
You touch one humanoid who is a young adult for the next 24 hours. Whenever the target makes an ability check, you can roll a d4 and add the number roll to that ability check.
Sully is
It's
not
called
a
coming-
young adult.
it's
He's
called
a real
coming of
adult.
age.
He's of age.
Dedication is probably what we want. You touch one humanoid who wishes to be dedicated to your god's service for the next 24 hours. Whenever the target makes a saving throw, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the save.
Because yeah, like just so you understand Safrina's intention, she is fine with. I'm trying to get as much out of this as I can.
Mhm.
So the goal is to present a catalyst for both the fiendish and the divine heritage,
Right.
and then just move everything forward.
And I do give you bardic inspiration.
Okay. And I can cast guidance on myself. I don't know if that'll do anything because it helps with skills and stuff like that. I don't think guidance helps with saving throws.
What, guidance? Yeah. Resistance is the cantrip for that.
I don't think it does. I think
Ability
it is just,
checks
yeah.
is what
Yeah.
guidance does. I don't have resistance.
No, resistance is also another divine cantrip. You know, arcanists can't take it. Oh, but you're a divine soul sorcerer, so
I mean,
you could have. Nice.
Yeah, I can take it.
I can cast Blade Ward. Oh wait, that's only on myself. Sorry, I can't do that.
You guys laid a ward on yourself.
But if everything's in order,
What's
I'm going to
that
cast a
from?
death ward
Oh, warlock.
on myself
Okay.
and guidance if it will help,
Not that one.
and
What rogue ability
bless
gives you that? That's
on
so
myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from.
So I'll take bless over
That's cool.
guidance because they're both concentration.
Yeah.
So that will give me advantage on saves.
Okay. And then you'll get an extra D4 from dedication
All right.
as.
So we got-
Oh,
Bardic
I
Inspiration.
can also give you enhanced ability. I don't know what you need to roll for.
Bardic Inspiration has concentration.
I don't
It's
know.
already got
I,
advantage, so anything that's going to.
I already have advantage, so just the
Okay.
bardic inspiration would be good.
Yeah, so that'd be.
You can also marry somebody.
And I don't want to marry anyone.
Ceremony.
You
got Huggles ready.
Okay.
Come on, Leader.
You can do a funeral rite, which might be, appropriate
Fitting
soon.
soon.
Or
I got divine. I've got death ward. I'm not going to die.
well, that's kind of nice. I never read this spell. If you do perform the wedding for somebody, for the next 7 days, each target gets a +2 bonus to armor class when they're within 30 feet of each other.
It's pretty.
You know,
cool,
it's
actually.
That's a little nice.
You know the terrifying caveat to
If
that
you've got
spell?
two adventurers who are willing to get married.
It's good, and then it doesn't work again until someone dies, right? And then
Oh,
you
a creature can benefit from this
again.
right only if widowed.
Yep. But
So you can't divorce.
No.
no, you can't
divorce.
divorce. It doesn't actually limit in that description to 2 players, so you could marry your whole party. And then as long
Have a
as
giant
long as
polyamorous
they're 30 feet of each other, there's a +2 to your AC. You get that effect for 7 days.
Or you can just
and then
have-
as long as one of them dies and they get revivified, then you can do it again because they're all widowed.
Wow. You haven't put any thought into this at all.
Actually, I think all of your party except for you have to die, and then you're a widow.
Is that how?
That's how I would rule it. It has to be a TPK minus you.
So that's definitely an arranged death.
Yeah, that's.
It's a death pact. You guys promise to die within each other within 5 minutes of each other.
What is your die for bardic inspiration? Is it D6 or D8?
I think it's 10 now. Let's
Is
see.
it 10?
Yeah, let me go look at it again. Features
Oh.
and traits. Yeah.
I know that.
1d10.
So
Okay.
for the next 24 hours, though, you feel dedicated to the goddess Timora, if that matters to you, to how you act.
I know.
I see how Eddie acts. It
Yeah,
shouldn't change
that'd be
anything
good.
for me.
All
right, let's do this.
I know that
Drink,
Tremora
chug,
already
chug,
blessed
chug.
it, and that's great. If you would like, I can offer some assistance and also hollowing of the potion from the mother tree as well. Only if you'd like. I'm not trying to intrude at all.
I
Oh,
know.
are you trying to do a treat, Eddie?
I generally
Just
don't.
trying to help.
I generally don't like to deal with the gods at all. I only deal with Timora because I know Eddie.
Of course.
You know, I
So-
get that. I only deal with Lady Sylvana because she threatened to eat me if I didn't go
That's
into
true.
a pact with him.
So I
get that.
I appreciate it.
That's how you got into the library.
All right.
No, I got in and she
And then
threatened to either
I
eat
ask,
me or I go into her service.
Where would you like this to take place? If I
I chose the latter. I wanted to
transform, there might be a
stay
bit of a
alive.
battle.
Yeah, no, not in the middle of downtown
I'm
dark
trapped in
mob
this. I'm
forest.
okay.
You can play.
Right?
I'm okay.
So we find an
Yeah,
open
you-
field
you
somewhere
fulfill your
that's
life.
on the
And
outskirts.
it's just the one.
Okay.
It has a lot of corpses buried there.
Wait, why aren't we doing it here?
So that bystanders don't die. So
That if they have to bury me, it's easy. I'm
Okay.
already at the graveyard.
Oh,
I
that
wasn't
makes
going to
sense.
say it out loud, but yeah.
That makes more sense than what you said. So
I just didn't want it to be super sad and morbid.
All right.
but she's
Okay.
willing to do this. If she dies, it's her fault.
It's still not fun.
Okay.
And I just to say, just in case, Eddie, it's been a pleasure. Jack, it's been fun.
Yes. I agree.
Huggles,
Hi.
it's been interesting.
Yeah. You only got interesting.
It's okay. He's
Okay.
going to be dead in a minute.
All right. Zafrina downs the potion.
Well, first,
I'm gonna be.
I-
like 5-10 feet back.
we'll unstop the thing,
Okay.
and I'll cut my hand, adding some of my own blood. And because I've
Change
cut
the
my
essence of it.
because I've cut my hand, I can react now and add hellfire to it,
Okay.
I think it's a ritual.
and then I'll use cure wounds
I like
to,
I like this made up ritual.
and then I'll
we have to do that.
cure my own hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm no longer bleeding, just in case I become something more. We don't need blood of a god all over the place.
Fire burn.
Yeah. And then once that's mixed, then I down the potion.
Can
Okay.
I ready an action
To do what?
Charm monster.
Okay.
I do have counter spell.
But will you in your new
you still
form?
have it. I mean, it's.
I'm not worried.
Make
I'm
for
not
me
about that.
a Constitution saving
With
throw.
all your dice that you get a roll.
Okay, not bad, not bad. That's an 18 plus on the die.
Okay.
That's not great on that one. Okay, that's great on that one. So, 31.
31. All right.
You failed.
The highest DC in the game is 30, unless there's the DM set higher one. But the higher standard DC in the game is 30.
All right. The so Zafrina already red colored with black inky highlights on her fingertips and stuff. She doubles over in pain as the mixture starts getting absorbed into her gut, and you feel like you just like someone just punched you right there as hard as they could, and then suddenly that pain starts to spread all over your body until you feel as if you're being stretched and pulled out on a rack. And then suddenly your back explodes in a burst of black feathers.
Can it be demon wings instead of feathered wings?
Well, they're still feathered. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like bats?
Oh, like leather.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Aesthetic matters.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So in that case, in black ichor and blood, and that goes everywhere, your back just explodes into giant bat wings,
Okay.
and we'll end there tonight.
This is nasty.
I tried to do feathers, but nope.
Somebody wanted aesthetic.
We're taking
There's
a
blood
left turn.
everywhere.
Left turn to Demonville.
whatever mechanic you had was fine. It's
Yeah.
just the black.
No, I
the-
like it.
The bat
I
wings
absolutely
just
like it.
work better for the character, I think.
Okay. All right, and we will find out what happens next
You're taking the
time.
next
We'll be back
one.
in 2 weeks
You just saw something
after
amazing
Thanksgiving.
Jack
What do
might
you
not even care about the ritual. He might just down the next one.
Well, so I've actually been thinking about this a lot, and I actually think Jack would be a good one to drink it.
Thanks.
But only,
I think so too.
but because you're an Eladrin, so you just become a more enhanced Fey creature. You're a pure Fey
god.
You're a Fey creature already.
We all
Huggles.
have God.
Captain?
No, because God is technically off
Outside.
outside. So
Hey, hold up. Huggles, it's unclear.
I'm a fae. I got.
You're half elf,
Yeah.
and so there is some of that Fey something. The biggest unknown is actually Eddie, because humans don't in the pantheon of Dungeons and Dragons. Humans don't have a god. There's no one who created humans.
Right.
They are the representation of just raw potential. So we don't know what will happen if Eddie drinks it.
I could be the human's god.
You can be the human.
Yeah.
I think that that's the deal with humans is they get to choose who they worship. So if you want to start a
I will be
following,
Manzicorian. I will kill him and take over his spot.
And wear the helmet.
Anyway, that was awesome.
But we'll end there tonight, and
If you
fun and
just for
exciting stuff.
if you feel the feathered wings would fit better.
the feathered wings just came off of what creature I was basing the growth stuff off of. Happens to have black feathered wings, so
Yeah,
but-
if you want to do that, that's completely fine. Like I don't want to change any of your mechanical stuff. If anything that you've done like that,
Okay.
I was just thinking purely from an aesthetics standpoint.
As I was browsing around, though, there is one more thing that I need to check, but I don't have that book yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to read it real quick because the book is coming out tomorrow.
Oh.
And
What book is this?
Deck of many things.
Yeah. And so there's one other creature I want to cross-reference to see if that would be cooler and
Yeah,
fit better
so
for
if,
Zafrina, but
whatever aesthetics and mechanical stuff you want to do, that's completely fine.
okay.
But yeah.
Here's what would have happened had you failed. Rather than wings, she would have grown a serpent tail and 4 other arms, and
Creepy.
evolved into a Merilith.
Oh my.
Not entirely unpleasant, but not useful.
Not as useful here, no. But
Don't have a pun for that one, actually.
well, Meriliths can teleport automatically, so that's kind of fun.
So yeah, if you want to do the feathered wings, I'm completely on board with that. If you just whatever you want to do, like this is your thing.
I'll email you this stuff, and what I was basing your evolution off of was basically a Death Pact angel.
That's what I summon.
Okay. Yeah.
When I summon
So-
with my
on the boat when you summon the.
that's I summon the Death Pact
Yeah.
angel.
So that's what I was basing your evolution off of,
Mhm.
which is why wings and stuff. But
Sure.
but bat wings work just fine as well. That's just fine. Anyway, get excited. We're gonna see what happens to Zafrina, and then we're gonna find out what poor sap they get to put the helmet on in our next episode in 2 weeks.
Because we know that
we'll see after Thanksgiving.
we know what's going to happen, right? Zafrina's going to get into a situation where whether she wants to or not, she has to 1v1 as
Just
Corey.
1v1. That's how they always happen. So, all right. Thanks everybody for watching, and tune in again on YouTube at Dragons Keep TV, or find us on Twitch and like and subscribe and do all that jazz. Okay. Talk to you later. All right. Bye.
All that jazz hands.
Just
Yeah. Oh man, that was awesome.